I'm gonna talk because I'm gonna put music over top of it, babe.
You are?
I'm gonna talk over it, do a voiceover.
Okay. So you're not gonna see it? You can just gotta use your hands. That's great. You got the plan?
Yes. Just let them see what it's
Okay,
doing.
our recording today is cabbage, potatoes, carrots, onions, bacon, and
I
sausage.
said potatoes and carrots
As you
first,
can
babe.
see, I started out putting my
Stop.
2 sticks of bacon in. I mean, 2 sticks of butter in. And the reason why I'm using the 2 sticks of butter, I wanted to use a little bit of oil and butter. And then I decided not to, that I would just go with the butter because of the good flavoring that butter has. I'm letting it melt a little bit, and now I'm adding my turkey bacon. I know usually people put pork bacon in, but we don't eat a lot of pork over here. We eat a lot of turkey bacon, turkey sausage, turkey pulley sausage, which you'll see me adding in a little bit later. I'm stirring it up now, letting it all kind of cook together. I have been wanting to do this dish for a long time, and I finally said, well, this is a nice Saturday, and we're sitting in and then not doing much today, but looking at movies. This would be a good day to fix my cabbage one-pot meal. And of course, Babe likes rice with his, so I'll fix him some brown rice to go with his. And I think what I'm going to decide to do now is I'm stirring it up a little bit to make sure everything gets melted and blended together well. And I'm adding my potatoes, and I cut my potatoes and I left them sitting in the pot. And you know how air gets to your potatoes and it kind of browns a little bit. But then I added water to my potatoes and a lot of the brown rinsed off. I'm adding my sliced carrots. I want those to kind of cook with the bacon and the butter, so that my potatoes and carrots will soften up some before I start adding all my other ingredients. And it's really starting to smell good in here. I wish you all could smell it. And so we're letting this cook a little bit. And what made me decide to cook this was that we had went, of course, to the St. Patrick's Day parade. And here in New Orleans, instead of throwing, well, we are here in Slidell. We went to the parade here in Slidell where we live. And instead of throwing beads and things on St. Patrick's Day parade, they throw cabbage, carrots, garlic, potatoes, corn, everything that you would need to fix an Irish meal. So I had it sitting in the fridge, and so I had said to myself, I guess this would be a good day, as I said before, to fix this meal. So I decided, okay, I'm going to fix this Irish cabbage meal. Now, I have not done it this way before. I usually put a little bit of butter and oil in my skillet, and if I'm going to add some pulley sausage, I'll add the turkey sausage. If not, I'll just cook my cabbage in the skillet, and I use it as a side dish. But I decided to try this with all the ingredients that we got at the parade that they had thrown to us. I decided to try a one-pot meal with it. So you're seeing this done for the first time as I'm doing it for the first time. And it's really starting to smell good. The potatoes and the carrots are starting to soften up. pretty soon I'll be adding some of my other ingredients, and they'll be looking really good also. So I'm letting it kind of sit and simmer, and I'm stirring it as I go to make sure everybody gets a fair chance at the bottom of the pot. I want everybody to get a fair shot down there so that everybody will get soft and taste really good. And you have to excuse the background. The air conditioner is on and it goes on and off. So if that's what you'll hear the air conditioning coming on and going off. Now I'm still letting them cook and simmer. And it smells so good. It really, really smells good. And I diced my potatoes up kind of small because I didn't want them to take a long time getting soft. And I sliced my carrots really, really thin. They threw out some really big, fat carrots. I had seen carrots that big in a long time. And so after I had scraped the outside off the carrots, of course, and washed them real good, I sliced them in real little thin slices. And of course I diced my potatoes. And that makes it cook really, really fast. Cook a lot faster than it would with big chunks. And plus, I didn't want no big chunks. And I know Alton didn't want big chunks either. So, and now I'm getting ready to stir this again and see how everything is doing. And oh, it's just really smelling really, really good. And everything is kind of getting, the potatoes and the carrots are starting to soften up. And it's just, I figure if I just keep stirring it, and everybody has their own way of cooking, but if you keep stirring it, the potatoes and carrots will start softening up. So I am now, Babe and I are having a conversation about how good it smells in the RV. Of course, we live in a Class A motorhome, so the smell kind of stays with us a little longer than it would in a house. And it just absolutely smells divine. And I'm just letting my potatoes and carrots cook a little more. So, and I
halfway through, I should start putting other stuff in.
am getting excited about this because it's getting kind of late in the afternoon and we're getting kind of hungry. We had breakfast this morning, and so we're kind of down to just a couple meals a day. And we try to eat the second meal. We'll eat our breakfast early, and we try to eat the second meal maybe around 4, 5 at the very latest. And because we're on this health kick right now, because we have a couple of cruises scheduled that we want to take, and we have a trip that we're taking for our daughter and son-in-law, their 7th wedding anniversary. We're taking a trip there, and you just feel better when you're healthier and when you got a little bit of weight off, because the extra weight is not good for your joints. It's not good for anything. So we've been doing pretty well with that, doing a very good job with it. And it just really, really smells so good. I'm getting ready to add my seasonings. As you can see, I added my seasonal. I'm not adding much, maybe about half a tablespoon, half a teaspoon rather, I meant. Because the meat and everything all together has its own seasonings. Now I'm adding a little bit of garlic powder, not much. And now I'm going to add some black pepper. I like black pepper, and so does Alton. So that's why. But I added maybe about 10 shakes with the shaker. And now I'm stirring it up. It just really, really, really smells so good. Now I'm adding my turkey sausage that I've sliced up, the turkey pulley sausage. We're adding that.
I need to stand up.
And I'm getting ready to add my onions. I have those sliced up really thin so that they will cook. I don't like to have a big mouthful of onions in my mouth when I'm tasting it. And right there was my diced up garlic cloves. I did 3 very small garlic cloves. I diced those up. So now I'm stirring everything up and letting it simmer. And once everything got in there, you can see the pot. It smells fabulous. I know I keep saying it smells so good, but it really does. I mean, it will activate your stomach and get you going. It just, and Babe had been outside working around the
lid on,
motorhome.
come back to it.
He came back in and he said, I can smell the food outside. It smells so good, Sunshine. It just really smells good. I can't wait. So I'm kind of letting everything cook and together and marinate before I add my cabbage, because that'll be the last thing that I add. And so I'm taking a few minutes and let everything just kind of sit and settle. And of course I'm stirring it again because I don't want anything to burn. I don't want anything to burn. And I'm stirring everything up. And as you can see, everything is getting mixed in really, really well together. It's really, really good.
I'm not going to use it.
And I'm still letting it sit a little bit and let it cook a little bit together before I put my cabbage in. And I just can't wait. Looking at it, I just can't wait. Because this is the first time I cooked my cabbage with so many other ingredients. I usually don't put, once in a while I may put carrots in my cabbage. If I buy the cabbage already shredded, I may add that to my cabbage. And maybe a little bit of diced onions. But I rarely ever put the pulley sausage or the bacon and the potatoes and all that in. But I'm just really doing it all right now, this time. And everything is just coming together just perfectly. I'm so proud of myself. And you're never too old to learn new dishes. And this is going to be really good. I'll probably cook a pan of cornbread to go with it. He likes Jiffy cornbread and add a little bit of Splenda to it. But as you can see now, I'm adding my cabbage. I'm only going to add half of a head the first time because, I don't want to crowd my pot too much. So I'm just putting a half a head of cabbage in there. And once I get half of it in there, because you see it's coming up closer to the top. Once I get that in there, I'm going to stir it just a little bit. I'm going to put the lid on and let it simmer. Once I'm gonna let it I turned my fire down just a little bit and I'm gonna let it cook. Okay, some time has gone by and I come back. I'm gonna stir it and I'm gonna try to bring the bottom to the top and put the cabbage to the bottom. As you can see, it's hard to do. That's why I only did half of a head of cabbage first. But everything's coming up from the bottom to the top, and it just looks so good. It really does. And just make sure that you get all of it at the bottom. You'll have to move your pot around like I'm doing, and make sure you get from the bottom and bring it up and put the cabbage at the bottom. because cabbage makes its own water. You don't need to add any liquids to it because it had the melted butter and the seasonings and everything at the bottom. And of course, cabbage holds a lot of moisture, so it's going to make its own liquid also. As you can see, I'm stirring it up really well. So make sure you stir it up really well and get everything that's on the bottom to the top and get your cabbage to the top. Then I'm going to put my lid back on and I'm going to let it sit about 10-15 minutes. And then I come back and I'm back at it again and I'm stirring it. Bringing my bottom to the top and my top to the bottom. And really now, for real, really, well, I'm for real all the time, but the smell is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So now I'm putting in my other half of my head of cabbage in and put it all at the top. And I'm going to stir again like I did before. And you see that one piece fell and I picked it up. It's okay because it's Babe and I are eating it. I'm clean. My kitchen is clean. So if I drop a piece, I'm going to pick it up and put it in the pot. So, and I'm getting every bit of that cabbage in there. And so I'm mixing it up. Bringing the bottom to the top and putting that cabbage that I just added to the bottom of it. Bringing the bottom to the top, stirring. Make sure you stir. Stirring is the key to keeping everything mixed and everything good, nothing burnt or anything like that. Just continue to stir. Stirring is the key. You want everything mixed up. So you bring all that cooked cabbage to the top and give the other cabbage a chance to get down there and marinate and all the juices down there and cook and soften up. It's so good. And you see my pot is not overfilled where I can't control it and I can't stir it, so I cover it back up for about another 10-15 minutes and I come back and it's just looking good all the way around. Stirring again. You see I'm bringing the bottom to the top and making sure everybody gets a chance to be at the bottom because I don't want anything to burn from being at the bottom too long. As you can see, my cabbage is really softening up and it's really starting to look really good. And you just continue to stir. You can see my sausage is getting that little fried look to it, which we love because it just makes that Polish sausage taste really good. Okay, I'm going to put the lid back on now for my last 10-15 minutes. I'm back and I'm stirring it again. I think I only let it cook about 7 to 10 minutes that time before I came back to stir it again. And it's just about done. It's just about the way that we like it. Oh, runaway carrot. I caught it. Yeah, it's just about the way that we like it. Just about.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably let it cook maybe maybe another 10-15 minutes. I'll cover it and let it cook. And after that, voila, it's done. and it's ready